Hi everyone, I'm Jason McAlpine, president of SCR, as well as Workday coordinator. I've been president for probably the past 10 years, in charge of workdays for a good 15. We're doing things quite a bit differently this year. Normally it's a hands-on meeting. We're gonna put together this video clip for you guys. Make sure you attend every bit of it. There's going to be about a 10-minute video. It's a really good video. Watch it thoroughly. If you have any questions afterwards, please feel free to contact me. All the information will be put up after the video. Thank you so much. Your position with your workday is vital to our club. Without you, races aren't going to happen. Okay guys and girls, what to expect on a race day. First of all, make sure you're here by 8 a.m. Come to the SCR trailer. Talk to myself. I will assign you positions. Give you your flags, radios, vests if required. Keep in mind, race days are very unpredictable, so plan to be available all day. The races should end by 5 to 6 p.m. Some of our race days end up ending at 6, 6:30, 7 o'clock at night. Few things that you should make sure you bring: layered clothing, raincoat if needed, sunscreen, water and snacks, lunch, a chair to be used in between motos. Make sure you're standing at all times while races are going on. Bug spray, safety vest if you have one. If you don't, we will provide you with one.
When 11-year-old Brett Downey's family awoke on August 19, 2004, they had no reason to believe this day would be different than any other. See, Brett would be participating in motocross, a sport he loved. However, this outing not only turned out different, it turned out fatal. The Downey family, with heavy hearts, wanted to do something to help others in the sport of motocross by increasing the awareness of motocross safety. It was then that the Brett Downey Safety Foundation was formed.
The mission of this foundation is to supplement the motocross community by increasing safety awareness to riders, parents, track owners, and promoters, and to make the sport of motocross safer by minimizing injury and to preserve all motocross tracks.
With that said, providing flaggers with a standardized outline is a huge part of the Brett Downey Safety Foundation's mission for track safety. If you're a rider, you need to know what these flags mean to avoid accidents on the track. If you're a flagger, you better know how to use these to avoid big trouble. The purpose of a flagger is to warn riders of a hazardous situation on or near the track, and to protect other flaggers while they're watching out for other downed riders. Your flag covers everywhere from your position to the next flagger down the track. But see, a flagger should never do that. He should never leave his post. Positioning is one of the most important but yet least understood jobs of a flagger. Where to position yourself on the track is vital. Hey, stand up! You have to keep an eye out at all times. You should keep your flag with you at all times, tucked under your arm and out of the rider's sight. We'll be hooking up with the flagger here in a little bit to tell us more about flagging during the race and in practice situations.
In order to be a caution flagger, you need to be more than just a fan of the sport. It is your responsibility to be aware that there are certain elements of risk involved, and motorcycle racing is inherently dangerous. Now, before you even participate as a caution flagger at any event, you need to do a few things. Assess your own ability. Make sure that you're well rested and alert when flagging. Next, assess the racing environment. If there is anything in your way that may hinder you from doing your job well, make sure it is taken care of prior to the race. Third, exercise extreme caution. As a caution flagger, your job is extremely important. You protect others on the track and prevent accidents from escalating into disasters. Flagging is a team effort. A successful flag crew must work together. An understanding of the flag system and basic guidelines of a caution flagger will serve as a valuable asset when considering the purpose and responsibility of the caution flagger. Finally, establish eye contact. Watch the rider's eyes. Know and feel confident that you can be seen waving the flag.
Now that we understand the importance and the duties of a flagger, let's find out what all those flags mean. Who better to ask than a flagger? We're on our way to Ken's house. Apparently he's an experienced flagger. Hopefully someone told him we were on our way. Hope we're in the right place. Ken?
Yeah.
Hey, I'm Jeff Emick.
Hey, all right.
I heard you know everything there is to know about flagging.
I wouldn't say that, but I'll do my best.
Oh yeah? Well, if you're ready, let's get going.
Cool.
It's about 9 o'clock. What time do you usually head out to the track?
About 7 on the race day.
Really?
Yep.
That's early.
Yep.
So what's a typical morning look like for you?
Well, you want to get to the track about an hour before practice starts and be prepared to stay all day.
What do you do with all that extra time before practice?
Well, flaggers go over procedures such as flagging, hand signals, and incident responses. It's basically a meeting for the flaggers.
What's the most important on-track responsibilities that a flagger has?
Well, first, you never want to turn your back on a moving motorcycle. Next, you want to identify the areas where incidences are most likely to occur. Third, stay in your assigned area unless you are instructed to leave. And fourth, you need to constantly keep an eye out for debris or anything on the track that can interfere with competing motorcycles. And finally, be aware of people in your area. Spectators should never be on the track.
All right, Ken, now that we've seen what a typical morning for a flagger looks like, is there anything specific that a flagger should bring with him or wear?
Yeah, shoes are going to be most important. You want to have comfortable shoes, ones that support your ankles, because you're going to be on your feet all day long out there.
What about like a hat or sunscreen, something like that?
Oh yeah, sunscreen, hat, sunglasses. The Brett Downey Safety Foundation recommends that you wear a helmet. Maybe prescription glasses, lip balm, pen and paper would be good because they're going to be wanting to take information out there. If a rider jumps over the yellow flag, they're going to have, you know, write down the bike color and the number. Yeah.
Good idea, yeah.
All right, well, let's go check out the track.
Cool, let's do it.
All right, Ken, I got the yellow flag in my hand. This is something that the riders see quite a bit. What's this used for?
Hazardous conditions on or off the track. You're going to want to proceed with caution, but no doubling or passing underneath this flag.
And then the red cross?
Red cross flag means extreme hazardous conditions on the track. Ambulance, emergency safety vehicles on the track. You're going to want to take each jump individually, proceeding with caution until you pass the area of concern.
All right, now 3 other flags that we see are the green, the red, and the black. What are those for?
Green flag indicates the start of a race or clear track conditions. Red flag means restart the race. Riders are to continue around the track and head to the starting area once again. Black flag means that there's a problem with the motorcycle on the track or there's a disqualification of a certain motorcycle.
And to exit the track immediately.
Yes, absolutely.
All right, Ken, now what should a rider do when he sees the blue flag?
Blue flag indicates that he's about to be passed by faster riders. He should hold his line and do not impede their progress.
And then also a green and a white flag crossed. You'll typically see that at the finish line.
Yeah, that's going to indicate that half the race has been completed.
All right, Ken, that leaves us with 2 more flags, the white and the checkered. What's the white flag mean?
The white flag indicates the final lap of the race.
And the checkered?
Checkered indicates that the race or the practice session is over and the rider should continue around the course to the designated track exit. In Supercross and Arena Cross only, a red light may be displayed at the start of a multiple jump or a series of jumps. Riders must take each jump individually with no passing permitted, exercising caution until they are past the area of concern. The stationary yellow flag indicates a potentially hazardous situation on or near the track. Passing is allowed, but still the riders should exercise caution. The waving yellow flag indicates serious hazards on or near the track. Proceed with caution.
As we mentioned earlier, one of the most crucial parts of flagging is positioning. When a rider goes down, where should the flagger be and what should the other flaggers around him be doing?
The flagger should stand at the face of the jump. If he's on top of the rider, it's too late to caution oncoming riders. As for the other flaggers, they should be waving their flags at least 2 positions in front of the downed rider to warn the other riders well in advance.
And how do the other flaggers communicate with each other?
Some places use headsets, some places have whistles, and you can also use hand signals and yell to the other flaggers as well. You want to make sure that you don't get the flag tangled up or twisted. Wave the flag aggressively and let those oncoming riders know which side of the track they need to be on by pointing to one side of the track or the other.
How important is it to know and understand flagger positioning?
Literally a matter of life and death.
Now, what's a flagger supposed to do in the case of an injured rider?
The flagger's job is to keep flagging. He should never touch a downed rider and never attempt to administer medical assistance. Trained medical professionals are at the track to help the injured riders. The flagger's job is to make sure the other riders on the course are aware of the accident so that the situation doesn't escalate.
Well, Ken, I certainly appreciate your time today. I think you've given us a better understanding of the importance and the duties of a flagger.
No problem, Jeff. You stay safe out here.
I'll try. As a flagger, you have one of the most important jobs on the track.
The sport couldn't continue without trained flaggers who are concerned about the safety of its riders and participants. Thanks for taking the time to go through these procedures with me today, and please review them as often as you need to. You stay safe, and we'll see you at the track.
What's up, guys? This is Donnie from FMF Racing.
Hey, what's up? I'm Nathan Ramsey, number 25. Thinking ahead is the best thing to do. That's why I wear this band.
I want to live to see another day. That's why I wear the band.
And it's cool to be cautious. That's why I wear this band.
I wear the Brett Downey safety band, make sure that accidents don't happen, and try to keep me safe.
And because safety is important, I wear the band.
Not only myself, but FMF Racing as a company supports the whole Brett Downey Foundation. It's one of the best things going right now. And when I'm racing at the tracks or riding, I'd rather go home in my car rather than ambulance. And that's why we all run the Brett Downey Safety Foundation bands.
All right, you've watched the video. It's very informative. There's probably going to be a lot of new people here that have never ever flagged before. And there's going to be a lot that have flagged many times. It's always good to brush up on your skills, even if you have flagged before. A couple of key points I want to make sure that the newcomers understand. Always pay attention to what is happening after your post. You are responsible from your position to the following flagger position. I know it's a hard thing to do, but you've got to pay attention to what is happening after you, as well as watching oncoming riders for your own safety. But always pay attention to what's going on after you, because that is where the accident's going to happen. And if it does happen, move yourself accordingly. Move yourself to the other side of the track, whatever it takes, when it's safe to do so. Always remember, those riders are trying to make eye contact with you so they know what to do. So the riders are always trying to make eye contact with you so they know where to go. You direct them via the flag. A rider will make eye contact with you, make eye contact back, direct them to the side of the track. If you got to direct them this way, whatever you have to do. Make sure if you've got a group coming, wave that yellow. Let them know there's something going on. After traffic is passed, assess the situation. Do I need a medic flag? If you do, grab the medic flag, wave it aggressively. Okay, when to fly a medic flag? If a rider is in distress, not getting up, or blatantly hollering, I need a medic. Also use your head. Fly the medic flag so the medics are going to know where you're at. Get on the radio and say, hey, I need a medic at whatever your position number is, whether it be 8, 9, whatever it is, and keep your flag flying so they can see you where you're at and get them to the scene. For those of you who are new to the club, Bob Kelly's our track manager. You probably all see him around the track. One of our founding members. These are a few words of wisdom from him with regards to flagging. Just so you know, he's also a CMA referee. Ran the Coketown National years ago. Very respected in the community. This is a letter from him personally. Hey gang, you have a long, tough job ahead of you. To help you out a bit, when you're at your post, stand sideways so you can see the approaching riders, as well as after they pass you. That's where the accident will happen. Don't forget, your first job is to warn the oncoming riders via the yellow flag. Only after you have done that, then check the scene to determine if the medics are required via the Red Cross flag and the radio. Please keep your cell phones in your pocket and pay attention. You are the biggest part of the day's safety. Thank you and good luck. Regards, Bob Kelly. Okay, just so everybody understands the way the race day is going to flow, after riders meeting, you will be expected to be at your positions ready to go. Practice will assume we're going to have 3, possibly 4 groups. The first lap of each practice session will be led by an individual, possibly myself. That first lap and first lap only. Make sure all the flaggers have their flag in the air, are waving them aggressively. That way, the riders know where all the flaggers are going to be positioned on the track. At the end of that lap, make sure you pull your flag in and let the riders assume their practice schedule. Each practice will be 10 minutes, possibly plus 1 lap. Then the race day is going to follow after all the practices are done. After practice, your morning races begin. There will be a morning session followed by a pro moto, which is 20 minutes plus 2 laps. Immediately after that, there will be a 10-minute break. After that break, you will hear a horn. Once that horn sounds, you have 5 minutes to get back to your post. That will also be communicated to you over the radio, so make sure you're back there so we can get the afternoon session, which is a repeat of the morning, underway. Just so you guys all know, rovers will be available through the entire day. We're going to try and have 2, maybe 3 going at all times. So if you do need a washroom break, snack break, lunch break, whatever the case may be, please just get on your radio and call, hey, rover needed at whatever your position is. Somebody will respond right away and make sure they come and tend to you. Thanks so much for watching the video and dealing with the flaggers meeting the way it has to be undertaken now. If you ever have any questions whatsoever, please feel free to contact me at jmcalpine@steelcityriders.ca, or my cell phone number is 905-517-3197. Thank you so much, and let's get racing.